It is just as necessary for people of goodwill and concern to vigorously condemn the intolerable conditions that continue to exist in our society.
That audio clip is one of many historical recordings that can be found at the Southern California Library for Social Studies and Research. Located just up the street from Challengers, this library isn't like your typical library. Their collections are unique and they focus on creating community change.
Historically, the library has been utilized by people who knew about it, by researchers from the academy, and in the last few years we've kind of taken a shift to try to open up the library more as a space to people beyond the circle of folks who just knew about it. So we've been wanting to work with community-based organizations, with organizers, with teachers, in addition to working with faculty and researchers. So we have the California Eagle, which was the longest running African American newspaper on the West Coast, and that's used a lot. A few other libraries in the state have it, but a lot of people come here to use that collection.
In addition to their collection of the California Eagle, the library has many other important resources. Everything from books and periodicals to films and music, even photographs and posters. The first time I came to the Southern California Library was with some Challengers Club members. We were helping the library make a mosaic mural. We spent a week gluing tiles to create the image of an Olmec head. This represents the African and indigenous heritage of the Americas. Working on this project gave me a sense of accomplishment, and I am proud to see it on the outside wall next to the entrance of the library. I spoke with one of the library's employees about the history of my community.
It's always been a racially segregated place, dating back to restricted covenants that were here up until I think the late 1940s. Slauson Avenue actually was a major sort of point, in sort of segregating communities and people. So, if you were a person of color or you were Jewish, you were not allowed to cross south of Slauson Avenue. So actually where we are right now used to be, white, and if you were a person of color, it was very dangerous for you to be here.
Walking through the library, it's safe to say that there's a lot of important history stored on its shelves. Giving people the opportunity to understand its history and the power to use it are two of the library's goals.
Also examine where the current conditions are in this community today, and really try to link the history of what has happened in the past 30, 40, 50 years that can sort of help us understand why we see the things that we do in our community today.
I think the Southern California Library is a valuable place in our community. Understanding the historical roots of today's problems can help us as we work towards creating a positive change. Not too far from the library is my neighborhood. Overall, it has been a great place to grow up in. I've lived in this house since I was 6. I've grown up in a very supportive family. My mom has raised me and my 2 brothers, Jelon and Jasper, and whenever she was gone, my auntie would step in and take care of us. My grandpa was very special to me. He taught me to always try my best and to never give up. Family is one of the most important things in my life.
My parents gave me a lot of opportunities to pursue things that I wanted to do. And I, in turn, am doing this for my children because, Justin's gone to camp in Atlanta and, was gone for 2 weeks by himself. And Jelon went to boarding school in Connecticut and was gone 6 weeks by himself. Those are things that I think build character in them and show that they will be equipped to be young men that have a purpose and who can help their community.
I believe that Challengers have been a positive force in their lives and into many young people's lives. It's kept them off the street, and it's kept them thinking about positive things instead of all the negative things that are here.
Very first and important thing that has been instilled in me and instilled in my parents was a sense of spirituality. And then after that, it's family value, being there for your family, supporting your family. We know that everyone isn't going to make the right choices or the choice you would want them to make, but you still have to be there for them.
My family is always there when I need them. They've helped shape me into the person I am today. Whenever I have problems and tough times, they help me through them. We have fun everywhere we go, and I love them. As I think back to how the garden used to be and realize how it is today, I can't help but remember the question the kids used to ask. Why plant something if it's just going to get destroyed? But today, thinking about what places like Challengers and the Southern California Library are doing, I find myself with this answer. You plant something because you never know what might make it through. You never know what might grow. Even though Challenger's garden isn't much of a garden right now, that doesn't mean that it won't be a great one in the future. And even though this is a tough community to grow up in, that doesn't mean you can't succeed. I know I will.